Iga Swiatek eclipses Serena Williams' record after latest win in Qatar. Iga Swiatek continued her march towards Qatar Open glory with victory against Daria Kasatkina on Wednesday. The Polish star, who demolished Janice Tien in her opening match, defeated her Australian opponent 5-7, 6-1, 6-1. Swiatek will face Maria Sakkari later on Thursday. Swiatek has a 4-3 record against Sakkari, last defeating the Greek star at the 2025 Qatar Open. Swiatek has already made history in Doha, despite having yet to win the event. The 24-year-old, a winner of 6 major titles already, has surpassed one of Serena Williams' records. Iga Swiatek breaks Serena Williams' record as per Opta Ace. Iga Swiatek has now reached the quarterfinals in 26 of the 42 W1000 events she has appeared in, surpassing Serena Williams for the best since the format introduction in 2009. Swiatek has reached the quarterfinals of these events at a rate of 61.9%. Comparatively, Serena Williams reached the last 8 at 30 of the 49 WTA 1000 events she competed in, a rate of 61.2%. Swiatek will head into her next match against Sakkari full of confidence. After all, she has won 4 consecutive matches against the Greek player, dating back to the 2022 Qatar Open. Ahead of the contest, Swiatek said, "Overall, I think my level improved in 2022, so I could do a bit more, had more variety, and could push a little bit more. But against Maria, it's always tough. It's always like every game matters, every point matters." Sakkari, who defeated Varvara Gracheva in her last match, spoke about the huge challenge of playing Swiatek. After defeating Gracheva, Sakkari said, "Iga is very solid, but at the same time, she's very aggressive. She moves the ball really well. She moves very good on the court. She doesn't give you a lot of errors. So it's going to be a huge challenge for me. When we played last year here, it was an easy score, but it wasn't an easy match, I have to say." Swiatek's statistical performance against Kasatkina. Swiatek has been working on her serve in training, and it seems this work paid off against Kasatkina. The Pole struck 7 aces and made 63% of her first serves, winning 64% of those points. She also won 55% of her second serve points and converted 8 of 18 breakpoint opportunities. Kasatkina, meanwhile, hit only 1 ace and struggled on her second serve, winning only 28% of those points. If Swiatek defeats Maria Sakkari on Thursday, she will play Karolina Muchova or Anna Kalinskaya in the semi-dash finals. In a potential final, Swiatek could play either Elena Rybakina, Victoria Mboko, Yelena Ostapenko or Elisabetta Kocheretto. Iga Swiatek, beyond records, a new era dawns in women's tennis in the sun-baked courts of Qatar, where the desert winds whisper secrets of sporting greatness. A new chapter in tennis history was etched. Iga Swiatek, the Polish dynamo of modern tennis, once again left the crowd awestruck by accomplishing something extraordinary. She eclipsed a record once held by the iconic Serena Williams. It wasn't a fleeting moment, it was a turning of era's performance, an announcement that the baton of greatness, passed from one legend to the next, now gleams with Swiatek's name. From Warsaw to the world stage, a prodigy emerges. Iga Swiatek's ascent to the pinnacle of women's tennis has been nothing short of cinematic. Born in Warsaw, she burst onto the global scene with poise, power, and a cerebral approach that set her apart from her peers. Her early journey through junior tennis hinted at brilliance, but few could have predicted the seismic impact she would make on the WTA Tour. From her first major breakthrough to her rise as a perennial title contender, Swiatek's trajectory has been marked by resilience, refinement, and a steadfast refusal to be confined by statistics. Yet even as her trophy cabinet grew, with Grand Slam crowns and W1000 triumphs, observers always measured her against the shadow of Serena Williams, the towering figure whose exploits redefined the sport. Point 2. Qatar 2026. The moment the record books shifted at the 2026 Qatar TotalEnergies Open, Swiatek didn't simply win another match, she redefined consistency. With a performance reeking of dominance and tactical finesse, she reached her 26th quarterfinal in a W1000 event out of just 42 appearances, a milestone that surpassed Serena Williams' historic mark. This wasn't merely a number on a statistics page, It was a declaration, a testament to sustained excellence at the highest tier of the women's game. Think about that for a moment. To reach a quarterfinal more often than any woman before her in the most competitive tournaments outside the Grand Slams is no small feat. It speaks not only to Swiatek's talent, but to her mental fortitude, her ability to elevate her performance day after day, tournament after tournament. Serena did it for years with her unmatched ferocity and competitive spirit. Now Swiatek has carved her own legacy in that same realm. 3. The weight of the legacy, Serena Williams and her place in history. Before Iga Swiatek's latest milestone, Serena Williams' records stood as monoliths of tennis history. Williams, with 23 Grand Slam singles titles, isn't just a tennis player, she's a cultural icon whose dominance inspired generations of athletes across all sports. When we discuss records in women's tennis, we invoke names that symbolize eras: Martina Navratilova, Steffi Graf, Martina Hingis, Justine Henin, and towering above them all, Serena. Her ferocious serve, unstoppable baseline power, and unbreakable competitive will made her a figure who didn't just win titles, but commanded respect. Swiatek's accomplishment is not a diminishment of Serena's legacy, far from it. Instead, it's testimony to the evolution of the sport, and to the fact that greatness begets greatness. Records are not impenetrable walls, but milestones that invite the next generation to push the boundaries further. Point 4. What makes Swiatek extraordinary? The anatomy of a champion. 1. Tactical brilliance. Where many players rely on brute power or relentless defense, Swiatek blends both with an almost scientist's precision. Her shot selection adapts to opponents' mid-match, shifting pace and placement with surgical intent. Opponents often find themselves reacting to her rhythm, rather than dictating their own. Point 2. Mental resilience. Tennis, perhaps more than any sport, tests the mind as fiercely as the body. One bad game, one break point lost, can unravel an entire match. Yet Swiatek has shown remarkable psychological steel. She has swooped in to defend leads, dig out of tight spots, and manage pressure with a calm that belies her years. Point 3. Consistency across surfaces. While her clay court prowess was evident early, with French Open success, Swiatek's game matured to conquer grass and hard courts alike. Her all-court adaptability means she isn't a specialist on one surface, but a threat anywhere she steps onto the court. The Qatar win, more than a title. Although the headlines focus on the record, 26 quarterfinal appearances in W1000 events, the broader significance of Swiatek's Qatar victory stretches deeper. This win marked another chapter in her Doha narrative, a city where she has been a force of nature, winning multiple titles and thrilling spectators with her excellence. But it also showed her mettle after setbacks. In 2025, her run at the same event was halted earlier than expected, reminding fans that even the mightiest champions face adversity. Yet Swiatek responded, not with retreat, but with evolution.